Hey guys, what's up? Amir Reiter here. Another episode of the Transform Sales Podcast, the software demo series. I got our guest today. I got Frankie and Yoni from KavKom. They're a VoIP company. Pleasure having you guys here today. How are you?
Great. Thank you for having us.
No problem at all, guys. So today for this episode, we're focusing on a specific listing that you guys have. KavKom being a complete CRM for small and medium businesses, specifically for those that don't have a CRM or have a current VoIP service. Let's talk a little bit about that, and maybe you could tell us right off the bat, what made you guys bring up the company, and then maybe if you could jump into talking about what alternatives SMBs and mid markets without a CRM or VoIP, what specifics they had before you guys created your software and how you guys saw for that.
Well, basically, I would say that we saw that there was a lack of simplicity and efficiency in the VoIP market in general. So we come up with a solution where we provide instant activation, a full service, no commitments required. People can enjoy HD sound quality and exceptional service, and with all the features included at no extra cost. We saw before starting KavKom about 12 years ago that others premium plans provide plans that can cost around $70, and KavKom delivers unmatched value, offering everything you need for less, basically.
That makes sense. So in general, right, and like if you look at who we're targeting with this listing, right, SMBs, mid-market, they don't have a CRM. So many companies don't have a CRM, right? People forget that. They don't have VoIP, right? So they have no CRM, they don't have VoIP. And for the last 15 years, they've been learning about VoIP and CRM, but those products have increased in price and complexity, right? So you're now, hey, I want Salesforce, thousands of dollars and implementation, all these other guys, right? So basically, you created a product that now they're able to kind of get a CRM and VoIP for low cost, right? That what might have been the cost that they could have got from the other guys 10 years ago, but the prices went up, right? So talk to me a little bit about the challenges, right? What were the challenges that SMBs, mid-market customers looking for CRM and VoIP that you help overcome? Is it primarily high cost, complexity? What does that look like?
Basically, let me go back to the CRM issue first, very quickly. Of course, as you know, as mentioned to you before this call, there is the possibility for all companies to have already a CRM to integrate their Salesforce, HubSpot, all the major CRM. But there are so many small, mid-sized companies, SMBs, that don't even have a CRM. The idea is to offer them the ability to go to the next level. Our platform allows seamless synchronization if there is a CRM and phone system. This means that all customer interactions are automatically logged in. For example, Salesforce, HubSpot, or others providing a 360-degree view of the customer journey. So it streamlines the workflows. It eliminates manual data entry, and it ensures that the team can focus on engaging with clients and not administrative tasks. So one of the main aspects, the challenges that existed before, is the complexity. It's pretty complex to start working with any CRM out there or any VoIP solution. We come up with a very easy, full self-service. You can start using KavKom within 5 minutes, and you have instant activation, and it's very easy. That's one of the main points and one of the main challenges that we decided to address.
Yeah. So for this specific use case, because you guys have so many use cases, you help a lot of people, right? Let's get focused really on those SMBs and mid markets that don't have a CRM and don't have VoIP. Maybe you could do a demo of quick features, maybe show how, because that is a big section of the market, right? There's a lot of people that you mentioned that obviously have CRMs, right? And they want to interact, but there's a huge market out there that don't have a CRM, they don't have VoIP. And as I mentioned before, to get all that features, they have to work with some enterprise companies. So maybe you could show quickly some of the key features of the CRM and some key features of the VoIP that an SMB and a mid-market company that's going through this digital transformation can expect to get with KavKom. And by the way, do you want me to add Yanni back? I think he was his mic was not working. I wasn't sure if he was doing the demo. I'll bring him back anyways.
Yeah, Yanni, go ahead. Here he is. Hold on, we cannot hear you. Go ahead. We don't hear you. Yanni, can you hear him?
Yanni, I can do this. Why don't you just show the CRM?
Can you hear Yanni?
No, I don't need to hear Yanni. If he shows me the CRM, I can talk people through it. So basically, anybody who's using the software, when they pay for the monthly fee, they're going to get a CRM that basically functions just like a Salesforce, a HubSpot, a Pipedrive, right? It's going to be a customer relationship management. And they can quickly import their leads, as you can see. Because a lot of listeners, if you're listening, right, there are so many companies that have CRMs. There are so many that don't, right? So from my understanding, you guys quickly launch a CRM for those that don't have it, right? If a buyer has a CRM, it syncs. But now they can do all their calling, SMS texting, and routing, and it synchronizes, right, directly with their CRM. Frankie, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me now?
I hear you great.
Yes. So basically, apparently we cannot hear Yoni. So basically, as you mentioned, there is that possibility to integrate, of course, as you said, the CRM. There are other functions like the mandatory call tagging, as it shows right now. With the mandatory call tagging, every call is categorized before completion. This feature enforces the discipline in tracking the nature and the outcome of each call. That will help to improve the reporting, the follow-up actions. For example, let's take an example. A sales rep can tag calls as interested, follow-up needed, or a closed deal. And it provides instant insights for managers to monitor their progress. There is also, Yoni is going to show you right now, the advanced analytics and call monitoring. Let me tell you a bit more about that. We provide detailed insights into call performance. For example, managers, they can monitor calls in real time. They can listen in on active conversations. They even coach agents. They can whisper. We call it the whisper function, meaning that they're going to tell something to the salesman that only the salesman will listen to. They will be whispering suggestions without the customer hearing. With this feature, businesses, they can track call volumes, average response times, agent performance, and they can allow like this for continuous improvement. I want to mention something important, Amir. It's the advanced support features. There's a queue callback. There's a smart routing. Let me tell you a bit more about that. When customer support, it's made seamless with the queue callbacks and smart routing. Queue callback, customers can choose to receive a callback rather than waiting on hold, enhancing the customer satisfaction. And smart routing, it ensures that calls are directed to the right agents based on availability, skill set, priority, and that reduces the wait times and improves the first call resolution rate. And one last thing I want to mention to you is the advanced sales feature, and that's a key point. Let me tell you about the power dialer and the voicemail drop.
Yeah. So, can I do it quickly? So for me, right, if I'm an SMB, I'm a mid-market company, I don't have a CRM, I don't have VoIP. What really stands out to me is that you guys have been extremely competitive with all of the advanced features that a big CRM or a very expensive VoIP company comes in, right? So we didn't talk about price. Obviously, you might want to mention that, you might not, but I know you're low cost, right? So the idea here is that you can get all of the bells and whistles for a low cost without having to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars on a more expensive and sometimes not even better system that's just older. So you guys really went after all of the bells and whistles for a low price, right?
Absolutely. That's a key point. And also concerning it's interesting because there are many functions that we are discussing here that exist in the competition. The main difference is it's add up, it's premium plans. You have to pay for each as an add-on. And here we have a full service solution, 360 at a very low cost with no commitment. You start today, you can stop in a month. And that's very interesting. The point that I wanted to mention that is a very strong competitive edge for KavKom is the predictive dialer. And then let me tell you quickly about it. With it, KavKom, we, in a way, it's not very humble to say that, but it's a reality. We revolutionized how you manage.
Être connecté à la campagne. Recherche d'un contact en cours.
Are you calling somebody? All right, there you go.
Yeah, with the predictive dialer, we can revolutionize how you manage your sales listings. Basically, instead of manually calling each prospect, that's super important. The predictive dialer uses an algorithm to dial numbers in a sequence and connect agents only to answered calls. It filters out unanswered calls when you get an answering machine, for example, and you maximize the sales rep time spent on live conversations. It's a super powerful tool, and this feature boosts efficiency by significantly reducing the idle time between calls and increasing also the numbers of successful contacts made in the day. You know what? Invite the company's owners who are watching us right now, who are watching this, to test the solution. They don't have to switch their 200 lines overnight. We can manage with them one line as a test, and they will see the difference in terms of performance using their actual solution and KavKom solution, basically, to optimize sales efficiency.
Cool. Well, listen, your platform is huge. We're going to do multiple listings, right? Because it's a person could want to buy your software just for the predictable dialer, right?
Right.
So that's another listing, right? So let's bring it back to the SMBs, the mid-market, and the companies that don't have a CRM and that don't have a VoIP solution. What tasks, deliverables, and/or people are involved in setting up the software? And how long does it usually take to reach full productivity? And what does that look like if you're an SMB or you're a mid-market that doesn't have a solution? How fast can you get up and running?
Honestly, the same day. You can have, first you have instant activation and you have access to the full self-service. As you mentioned a few minutes ago, you might be interested in one of the features, but basically you will have access, and that's the main difference with the competition out there. You will have access to all 360 features, and it's your choice to be focusing on using 1, 2, or 3, or 4 of them. So that leaves us the ability to very quickly be run up and running. There is also the possibility, either with tutorials, we have many video tutorials to educate you and to tell you exactly what you need to do. You have a hotline where people will assist you, but usually it's really we decomplexified. I don't know if the verb exists. If it doesn't exist, we just invented it, the whole process. We make it easy.
Yeah, great. So I'm an SMB, mid-market company. I got no CRM. I got no VoIP. I can get all the features that all the enterprise systems have, one low cost, free trial, cancel at any time, and I could set it up in days, not months.
In days, literally in hours.
What KPI does an SMB or mid-market company that doesn't have a CRM, doesn't have a VoIP, how do they typically measure success with you? Is it just, hey, I got the features I want at a low cost, or is it something else? What do they typically measure success with?
Basically, let's take the example that I mentioned a few minutes ago with the predictive dialer. There is one KPI that is impressive, is that you compare on one end the number of calls that you can deliver, a sales rep can deliver using the existing platform. And with that predictive algorithm and predictive dialer, you see numbers times 3, 4 than what the solution, the previous solution they were getting. This is a super impressive KPI that makes a difference. And specific,
that's an awesome KPI. I feel like that KPI would be more focused on the predictive dialer function. But make pretend that I'm an SMB, a mid-market. I don't have a CRM. I don't have VoIP. Now and I'm that customer. Because how I would, obviously, like I said, your problem is complex. How would I measure success if I was that specific customer? Because everyone has a different way of measuring success, right? So, maybe the SMB or mid-market.
Tell me what you have in mind, Amir, because I'm focusing on the.
If I was an SMB mid-market, if I was SMB mid-market in your CRM, I would focus success if I bought your product on the fact that I could set it up in months. Calls come in, I have an up rate of 99%. My CRM works. That's how I measure success, and I have low cost.
Okay.
Personally,
I was going a little bit beyond that because basically,
you're talking about predictive dialing. Yeah, that's another listing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because that's a performance by excellence. It's a performance indication of the outcome that you can get using the predictive dialers. Otherwise, in other terms, if we compare the cost of CRM, if you compare competition and VoIP solutions, and adding all the functions that you have to add in order to get close to the 360 solution that you offer, I mean, the ratio is between 1 to 3, 4.
No. Your platform is super complex. I think the point that I'm bringing up is that even though you do so many things, like imagine I had a Ferrari, right? And I could do a 20-minute lap time on the Nürburgring. I might just buy the Ferrari because it looks good and I like how it parks in front of a restaurant, right? And I might not care about the race, right? So what I was really trying to do is just really focus on the specific buyer for this listing. They might just measure success on, now I got VoIP, I got 99% uptime, I got a CRM, and that's a big deal, right? To go from no VoIP and no CRM to have it, that's a big deal. So that's kind of what I meant. We're going to unwrap more of your product because it is super complex. I'm like, you guys help multiple industries, multiple products, right? So we'll break it down. But for now, I definitely have a good idea of why an SMB, a mid-market company with no CRM and no VoIP would work with you. It's because you guys have all the features. You're inexpensive and the commitment's low. So you made it really easy for an SMB or mid-market to digitalize their company without having multiple softwares, multiple contracts. So faster, cheaper, and more efficient. And that's enough to win the race, guys. I appreciate you both taking in for the Transform Sales podcast, guys. If you would like to, call Frankie out in the list below. We have a link. They're obviously partners and they're listed on our marketplace. You could try them out for free. And if you want to connect with these guys, where should they find you? Is it LinkedIn?
Absolutely. And also, I wanted to mention, something that was, you said, how long does it take to set it up? And I told you it's a matter of days instead of weeks, of months. But I really want to insist on this, Amir, that this is, it's ready to use in less than a minute. It's instant activation and you don't get lost along the process. So if, I like the way you put it when you say that it's an opportunity for companies to get digitalized, you said, right? It's to add to your company name 2.0 in a matter of minutes and use the tools, the powerful tools that are here at your disposal. But so far, huge companies, I don't want to mention their name, but they have been requesting huge amount of money in order to have the ability to use these features. And we are bringing you the opportunity at a low cost with no commitment to be able to play with these great players. Okay, let's participate in the larger game now. With all these
it makes sense to me. I like my software fast, cheap, and efficient, right? Especially if I'm an SMB or mid-market company with no tech. What a great opportunity to go from no tech to high tech for low cost